Well, I know I've only had the car for less than a week, but well, just show a bit of true love and give the car a wash because it got a bit dirty with all the rain that came yesterday, and I want to take a few photographs today, so that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so that's the first part of the job done. I managed to remove a big bird turd that was on the top of the car, and now it's looking nice and clean indeed. Look at that, lovely or what. And now the next thing to do is to get some drying done on there so I don't live with lots of spots all over it, and then I can go for a drive. So there you go, Rosie is looking gorgeous again. I don't think I missed anything when I was cleaning. All dried off and given the love she deserves. Today is my day off, and obviously with my day off I want to go and use the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive the car back to where I got it from. Now the reason I'm going to go back there is because they have some documents there. They've got the Ficha Technica, and he said maybe there's documents, so maybe there's some other documents there as well that I need. This Ficha Technica document is one of the things I need to be able to register for the free charging on all the Barcelona live charging points that are around Barcelona. They go out as far as Girona, I think even as far as Bic. So I'll need to get that as soon as possible. It's going to take about 3 weeks before the thing arrives for that anyway, so I need to do that as soon as possible. Although I don't really have that much need for quick charge at the moment. And probably what I'll do today is I'll probably do my first DC quick charge at the garage where I bought the car from. I'll ask to put that on charge for 20 minutes while I'm there. So that's what I'm going to do today. And then probably what I'll do is I'll probably take a scenic route home. I'll go there on the motorway, I think. And then coming back, I'll sort of come back and I'll come through Girona. And maybe by that time my wife will be finished work and I can bring her home. And the car will have had a nice trip out. Okay, so this morning has not gone too badly really. I got to the Nissan dealer and got the paperwork I needed to get out of, which was great. And the only trouble was that the charger there wasn't working, and I wanted to put some juice back in so I'd have plenty for going home. I probably could have made it home, but it would have been a bit tight. And so they were looking to see if there were some problems with the sensors at the front, the radar and maybe something else, but there's something going wrong there and it's still not fixed. So I left there and I came down to La Maquinista. In La Maquinista there's two chargers for Tesla and there's two chargers for ordinary electric vehicles, and I couldn't work out how to work it. There was no signs there giving me any information. I did talk to a couple of guys later and they told me that you basically get the guy to come down with a card and he will sort of get things started, but I didn't know that and there's no signs there. So, but I'll know for the next time I come down to La Maquinista and want to do some charging up while I go in and have a look at the shops. Then the other thing was I came to the Nissan garage, which is around the corner in Romauto, and there I was able to get onto a charger, a DC fast charger, so it's working out better in some ways that I got onto this rather than the one in La Maquinista, which would only been putting out at say 6.6 kilowatts, and this coming in at, well, it started at 35 and now it's coming in at 29, so everything's looking grand there. I've got another 5 minutes to wait until it gets to 75%. At 73% already. I've got enough to be going on my way. I think what I'll probably do is I'll unplug in a minute, I'll go and park in the shopping centre and get myself a cup of tea and a piece of carrot cake before I head back home. So that's the way things are going with my first day out, doing some charging and my first quick charge. And it's been okay really. I had some extra plans in case the first plan A didn't work out, plan B sort of didn't work out, but plan C was good. I don't know what I'd done if plan C wasn't going to work. I mean, there was, when I came in there was a ENV200 that was plugged in and charging up, but the guy there, he says, no problem, I'll get the man to get the key and move it for you so you can plug in. And so that was good. I think it's probably one of the vehicles from the dealers here, so no worries. So we're at 75% already, so I can get off here if I want to and go and get that cup of tea. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now. Okay, so I plugged into the charger here at Aldi. I'm glad I found it in the end. It wasn't too difficult to find, but it's just that there's no signage there, so it was kind of difficult to spot it in the car park. And there were cars that were in there sort of icing it anyway, so that made it a little bit more difficult. But I was able to get round to the back of the charging point and plug in there, and it was okay. I think it was charging for a bit, but for some reason or another, last time I looked at it, it wasn't putting anything in there. The blue lights at the front of the car and the dash there weren't coming on. I don't know what's going on. But I gave it a try anyway, and it was sucking in a couple of electrons just for a minute or two. And I don't know, I'll give it another try another day and just see how it goes. It was only bringing in at 3 kilowatts, so it wasn't going to sort of be very good, and in terms of useful unless you was going to stay here for a long time. But I suppose if you was in a desperate situation, you need to get some electrons in. Could be just a job. I mean, you'd probably have to park here all day long if you wanted to get anything in decent, but still. Some free electrons, not a bad thing.